but I don't see all the time. So there you go. Hello, hello. My name's Melody, and I've got a bunch of signed vintage jewelry here tonight for you. Hello, hello. Hello, Miss Vintage Jewelry Addict Sammy. How you doing? Okay, sure. I thought you were in New York. Aha, very cool. Love that city. Cool. Oh, cool. Very fun. Very cool. Yeah, I've got a bunch of neat jewelry here tonight, guys. I've got a bunch of pre-bids already in. Everything I have is listed. You'll see down at the end down here, I've got 88 items set up. I have a few that are buy nows from last week. And then everything else is bids. So, oh, it's rainy up there. My son lives in Boston. He said it wasn't quite rainy yet, but it's going to get rainy. It's been raining here all day long. So, miserably raining. The sun is out at this time, but it was raining during the day. All right. Cool, cool. Thank you, everybody, for joining me this evening. I have a variety of things. I have a lot of things tonight that are signed. And so that's kind of my new theme is going to try to be signed items. As many signed or truly vintage items that I can get. So with that, I will give you guys a preview. So first of all, my shipping is $5 for the first item and 50 cents for each item after that. What else for housekeeping? I ship out right away. These will go out tomorrow. So I ship pretty quick. And I have a lot of cool things to show you guys. So let me do a little preview. This is a Cora Pegasus set, earrings and necklace. This is a Weiss like ice necklace. This, I think, is a unmarked Cora, from what I can tell. It looks just like Cora. It's made just like Cora. Hey, thank you, Jamie. So that looks like a Cora to me. And then here, you'll see, I pulled out a few of my older items that I really like and have those in here. Different items, brooches. I've got pretty much everything across the board. These are Laguna, which is now one of my most favorite designers because they're so pretty crystally. And Cora, I always have a lot of Cora. That's one of my faves. This is actually vintage Avon, I heard, from when I Googled. And then up here are the items that I have on pre-bid already. So I've got a few of those. And then, of course, I've got rings, I have earrings, and I have some giveaways as well. So with all of that, I'm going to share you on out to my Facebook. If you're looking for anything in particular tonight, let me know. I mean, I think Sally was going to join. Hey, Nancy, I see you're on. Cool. I know Sally, I think, is going to join us. I may have to hit her up here because with her time zone, I think she misses me at time. Let's see if I can get her. There she is. There we go. Okay. So this is a Linzer brooch. This is Avon. This is Cora. This is thermoset. So I don't know who that maker is. So what I'm going to do is typically I run through the pre-bids first. And again, all of my items are down here in the store. Everything is already set up. And let's see, what else can I tell you? If you're looking for something, let me know. And I'll see if I have it for you. And we can do private listings later. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and I have a share out to do to my site. Oops, wrong button. That one. There we go. There we go. All right, cool. So there we go. Alrighty. So let's see. What do we want to start with? I also know that, I don't know if she's going to be here. Gypsy Warrior. She has a pre-bid. I like to hit up the pre-bid people before I do their bids because I like them to be here. Gypsy Warrior. So I got Sally, Nancy's on, and I just tagged Vintage Gypsy Warrior. Jimmy, it does ding them when I do it on here, right? I'm never sure. So if I tag someone like I just did, Gypsy and Sally, does that give them a message that I'm on? I'm always curious because I try to do that. I know Nancy's here, so we can start with her pre-bids. So again, guys, down in my store, I have a whole bunch of items, and what I'm going to do here is bring up one of Nancy's pre-bids we got. Move to stage. Okay, so let's get started here tonight. This is a really cool brooch. It is from the 50s. I found some that were Vandals. This is not a Vandal. It is an unsigned one. I'm going to turn this down a little bit. I found that to be better last week. There we go. It is unsigned, but it's absolutely beautiful. Those are all faceted. See how they're put on there? And here's the back. So it's a really nice brooch. And I have this, I have it at 5 because it's unsigned, and I couldn't find I couldn't find who actually makes it. So I've got this running at 5, but you see all the pretty crystals in there? Yeah, they're really pretty. Let's see if I go to a different mode. Oh, there. How's that lighting, guys? That looks pretty good. Looks like we can see the color there. So I'm going to go ahead and run this one for you all. And it's starting. Good color. Great. Thank you, Nancy. Yeah, right now it's weird because I have light coming in one of my windows. And it's still sunny. So it does send the notification of your sale, but if they have notifications turned, okay, cool. Thank you. Nancy got that. Thank you very much. Thank you, Nancy. So, guys, if you're all looking for anything special tonight, please let me know, and I will get it out there for you. Okay, so you're welcome. So let's see, what other pre-bids? I'll do the pre-bids first because if I don't do them and I end the show like I did a couple weeks ago, yeah, I can't like then charge her for it. So I just sent them to her because it's one of my better customers. So, but that's what I like to do. Hello. Is it cheap 3? Thank you, Jamie. So this is a company that I didn't know about until I got these earrings. It's Parco, and there's sign on the backs there and there. And when I researched it, it was in business from 1946 to 1953. So we know that we can age these to that time period. And they are twist-ons, which I personally can't wear pierced, and I prefer a twist-on earring to a clip. Unless it's a really high-end clip, then those don't bother me. Oops, but I got these going at 10. Where did it just go? Oh, there it is. I put these in at 10. There's probably more value here than 10. I probably tend to underbid myself or, underprice myself, but I kind of do that for a reason. I don't know. I don't know if it's a reason or not, but I really enjoy sharing all this beautiful jewelry with everybody. And especially now, I'm really doing signed pieces and trying to find unique signed pieces that I haven't seen before. And I've got a couple people buying for me. I used to run businesses in Maui, and then I did craft fairs and all that kind of stuff for years. And I had a couple stores, so I had some buyers that and I've got in touch with, but I don't want to buy huge amounts. And so what I'm doing is telling them, yeah, I'll take a small box, but not a big box. So in this batch, I got quite some really pretty things. So a lot of signed items, some not signed, but some that are very artsy fartsy. So those look pretty good. I can't quite get them lined up. I have trouble when they're these kind. There, that's probably your best view. Best view. Okay, let me start these guys up. These have a pre-bid on them already, and the pre-bid is 10. I can tell you when I looked them up, they have a really nice value to them. And these are in perfect condition. You can see they're all faceted. Just really nice condition. So I'm running my bids now for 20 seconds. I used to run them for a little bit longer, but I found that 20 seconds was really a good time frame. So there's those. Thank you, Nancy. I appreciate you. Let's see. I always think the lighting is weird. I don't know if it's because the way it looks in mine or if it's the way it looks in yours. So, oh, this is pretty. So I have pretty much, I have earrings, I have brooches, I have necklaces. I have pretty much everything across the board, guys. So if there's really something you're looking for in particular, let me know. And this guy is a Liz Claiborne. There's where she signed, copper. And then all the stones are embedded. And then there's a almost like a shellac over it to keep the stones in place. And then you see how that is done that way there. It's really a pretty piece. I don't know much about Liz Claiborne jewelry. Um, I do research, try to research the best that I know how. Um, Hi there. Thank you for joining me, everybody. I appreciate everybody joining me this evening. So this is a Liz Claiborne copper, and it's in great condition. That's one thing that I do try to point out any flaws that I ever see in any of the pieces. There's the rhinestones, and there's 3 rhinestones right there. Yeah, Lindsay, we haven't seen Lindsay in a while, but it's a beautiful brooch, and I think it's about 3 inches. So I'm going to go ahead and run this one. It also has a pre-bid, but go ahead and bid away, guys. Oh, hi, Faye. Haven't seen you in a while. Thank you, everybody, for joining me this evening. This is a pretty piece. Yes, I've actually learned some people's names from, it's been a year. I really should have learned a lot more of these names by now, but I have a good excuse. So, and there's the rhinestones there. Just a really pretty piece, Nancy. That one's great. I'd never seen one quite like that before. So, let's see. I don't want to move too fast because I tend to do that. And I have a cold and I've been having some issues with my treatment. So I may have to stop to drink. So hang on. I have a drink of water here. Alrighty. So I went ahead. I was going to not show this week and I was going to show next week, but I think I will be doing starting my radiation this week. And so I decided I would, let's see, what else do I have here? Oh, these Brightons. Okay. And Brighton's one I know it. Oh yeah. My immune system is so weak right now. So they gave me some meds the other day and then I started having a reaction to them. So then yesterday they gave me a new med and she actually called it in on a Saturday and I feel better today, but I can only take like a half a dose of this syrup. Otherwise I'm really out. So yeah, and it's allergy season. So, and I've never lived in Kentucky in the spring before. So, I mean, Maui, we had lots of things growing, but I was used to it for after 25 years. And then Arizona, it's all the dust in my part of Arizona that I was in. And now I'm in Kentucky and we have plants everywhere. I got blooming things all over my yard. I pretty much knew these were Brighton when I picked them up because I had a good friend that worked at Brighton for years. And so I usually can look at a piece and go, that's Brighton. They do not sign their items, but they have a very unique design to them. And then these were researched on their site, and these are definitely, yeah, that pollen stuff, man. It was falling from the trees the other day. I thought it was snowing. So these are beautiful blue crystals. I just love the color on these. Very summery, spring, and they're pierced. So, yeah, the blue is amazing. I love that blue. And because they're faceted and you can see they've got some height to them, but they're not heavy. So I think I sold you a different Brighton piece once before, Nancy. I don't see a lot of Brighton. It's a nice. I used to own a lot of it. I think I've sold most of it, but there we go. I'm running these. So again, I also have some items out there under the buy now. They were just kind of older items that I had, and I thought I would throw them out there. There we go. Those are really pretty. There you go. Thank you very. Oh, Sally. I thought Nancy had these. Sally had these, and Sally's not here yet. Yay, Sally! I'm trying to separate now. I think I sold some to you before. Yeah. See what else? Oh, here. Let me think. What should we show next? Let's not do a let's do a pre-bid now. Good. Oh, good, but Sally. Very cute. This is a Weiss necklace here. That doesn't have a pre-bid on it, but that's a beautiful piece. And then I matched it up with these beautiful earrings. But let's get the pre-bids out of the way in case somebody has to leave or something. Okay, so this is, again, I was saying how my favorite designer is Cora. And this was a Cora set, and it's Cora Pegasus. And I take it that was their higher end stuff. So Cora is an amazing designer. I love all of the Coras. And this is pretty purple. Yeah, it's a gorgeous set. And there's the necklace. And I think it runs. Let me get it up, pull it up here for you guys. How come it's not under pre-bids, Nancy? Didn't you pre-bid on this? I thought you pre-bid on this. Cora. I know you did. Where did it go? Huh. You did pre-bid on it, didn't you? And now I don't see it anywhere. Huh. I'm going to go ahead and snap a picture of it so that we get the picture in there, and then I'll figure it out later. But sorry about that. Let me get it back out here. I don't know what happened to it. That's weird. Sometimes I think the stuff disappears on its own. But let me get this set up then. We'll set this up again. I had it at $20 for this set. I-O. You said I-O. That's my grandson's name, by the way. Let's see. And he is 5 years old today. Yeah, Io stands for a couple different things. Io is like the third moon of Jupiter, and my daughter-in-law is a scientist, and it's also the baby hawk from Hawaiian baby hawk, and they lived in Hawaii with when we were there, and so that's where they got married and everything. So this is a Cora Pegasus set. Sorry about this, guys. I usually have everything. I must have hit a delete button by accident. Sorry, Nancy. And 20. I had 20 on that, but I didn't spell. That's Pegasus. P. Close enough. I'm a terrible speller. My son says I have my own language, which I probably agree. And I had to go through and check all of my shipping because somehow I had crazy shipping set up. I don't know what happened to my shipping stuff. It's like, so it all disappeared. So I had to go ahead and, okay. And how do I do the combined shipping? Okay, 0.50. Sorry, guys. I typically have all this set up ahead of time, and I don't know where it went to. I don't know how I can do that. Huh. Okay, maybe the shipping changed since I've been not paying attention, but I'm going to go ahead. Why is it not? What is my computer doing? What are you doing? Oh, I saw it. Now I saw it. There it goes. So now you know what we go through when we set up items, guys, if you can see this. I don't know if you can see what I just did. And publish it. There we go. Whew. It showed 58 on a whole bunch. Deb caught 58. Yeah, there's some kind of bug going on. I don't know what the heck the problem is. But I've got this. Yeah, so somehow this afternoon it changed all my bids to $58 from $5 on my shipping. And now I'm seeing it coming up at 0 on when I put in a new item. So, but I've got this at 20 with the $5 shipping and 50 cents for each shipping thereafter. Again, it is a Cora Pegasus piece. Here is the end of it. And it is in really pretty shape. And I love no missing stones. If anything's ever missing, I make sure that I tell you. Yeah, this is a beautiful set. When I ran across this, when I pulled this out of the package, I was like, oh my gosh, this was cool. So I'm going to go ahead and run this. And again, I'm running them for 15 seconds. And Nancy, you'll have to bid on it again. Thank you. Sorry, Nancy. If anybody else wants to bid on it, jump on in. It's really pretty, though. This is one of my absolute favorites. I almost didn't put it out there, but right now I am in what I call gas money mode. So I start radiation, and I got pretty much 80-mile trips every day. So I'm trying really hard to save every penny I can. So with that, there you go. So yeah, and it's 5 days a week for 6 weeks. And originally they were going to do 2 rounds of 6 weeks, which make it 12. But apparently they figured out how to do it in one, and they tested me, and I can stay in the tube for 22 minutes without a problem. So I'm good to go. Here's the back of this. This is an older brooch. Now, I'm not really good at identifying these by the hooks and all that stuff. Like if you watch Diana's show, she's taught me a lot, and I try to watch her when I can. So I know this is older. It is an Egyptian. I can't say the word that she is. My husband said it earlier. Oh yeah, and it still has the bids on it. Okay, cool. Nefertiti? Is that it? Nefertiti? Is that who that is? Anyway, it's really pretty. I'm not real good at language, and it's funny because my son speaks 6 languages, was an interpreter in China, and teaches in college, and his mother has her own language. So this is really pretty. She's 3 inches, and it's an old piece from here to here. Really beautiful, really well done. So I've got this one, and it had a couple bids on it. I don't know if, I think Debbie was bidding on it, but I don't think she's here. I think it's her anniversary today, so I don't think she's here. But there we go. What is 550? I got 10 people. I want to do a giveaway after we get through these. So I do giveaways every event, every week that I'm on. This is running at, right now, I got a bid of $9 on it. It's raised too. It's really nice. So really pretty. I love this piece. That one's pretty cool. Thank you, Nancy, again. I appreciate it. So Nancy, you weren't on the call that we did for the awards kind of ceremony that Samantha put on, but you were like Jamie, was she like one of our top buyers, I believe. So she shouted you out, which was pretty cool. And yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. So Nancy, we greatly appreciate you at Vintage Jewelry Addicts. We appreciate everybody out here. So I've got 3 things left for Sally, but I haven't seen her come on yet. So let's do a giveaway. So yes, Nancy, we greatly appreciate you. So my giveaways tonight are these 2 beaded bracelets and some other pieces here and there. So I like these rhinestone ones. I think I'll run these first as my first giveaway. So on the giveaways, you're no obligation to you at all. I pay the shipping, and I just greatly appreciate. Yeah, tonight she usually shows up when I tag her. Yeah, but she did put in some pre-bids, so I'll just wait a little bit, then I'll run her pre-bids. So this is going to be one of the giveaways, guys. Again, no obligation. I take care of everything. I ship it to you, and you just got that little purple box up in the corner. You got to go in there and tap it, and that'll put you into the entry. So these are faceted, and these are pierced, and they're rhinestone, but they're really pretty. They go this way. When you wear them, they wear them this way. I keep putting them sideways, but they go this way. So they're really pretty. And again, raised. And they oh yeah, they are faceted too. Yeah, this is a good this is a great little giveaway. So, and I think we're almost done. I tried to run it for a shorter amount of time, but it insists that it needs to run for a minute. So I'm going to let it run and set these right here, and then we can go on to another piece. So this one here is really cool as well. It's an older brooch. Okay, the giveaway. There it is. It's running. I think you guys can see the little purple box bouncing around back there. Oh, cool. Michigan Amy. Hey, Amy. I didn't see you come on. My you betcha girl. How's that? That's a Michigan thing. You betcha. It's a UP thing, to tell you the truth. So at least in my part of the UP it was. Yep. My brother still can't help saying it all the time. I'm like, he drives me insane. Let's go to pre-bids. Yeah, this has got a pre-bid. It's called an Art Nouveau Lady Liberty brooch, 2.5 inches. Pewter, they came up with having both pewter and a silver one. I quickly just polished it with my rag. Bye, Jamie. Thank you for joining me. I know you're up late with your late night sales. So I'm not sure if this is pewter or silver, but I took my silver cloth out and just kind of brushed over her really quickly, and she shined up pretty well. But it's called she is called Lady Liberty, and you can see where her stars are across here. Let me see. Yeah, it's a really cool piece. I love this one. Sometimes it's hard as a seller to not keep stuff, right? I mean, I have so much already that I've kept through the years. Excuse me, my voice is going to kind of go in and out a little bit. But this one's up. We're going to go ahead and start her up. Thank you, Amy. Thank you, everybody, for bidding on this one. Yeah, this is a gorgeous piece. Definitely older. Not super, super heavy, but a nice weight to her. Yeah, she'd look really cool on just about anything. There we go, guys. And I think we've got Amy, my Michigan Amy lady. Miss Amy from Michigan. Got it. Thank you, Amy. Let's see. I got a couple more pre-bids. And Amy won these, so let me put these over by Amy's. I'm trying to keep you guys separated on my little doodads back here now. Just because I want to make sure I don't mess up any orders. I haven't yet. Well, I did one. Actually, I had one that got lost by the post office, which I felt really bad. The lady had bought it directly out of the store, and she was not a regular customer. And her package never got to her, which made me super sad. And I think because I sent my husband to the post office that it got the tape stuck in the bag and he threw it away. That's my best bet because it never got scanned. So this piece is glass beads and hematite, or hematite, the non-magnetic one, in one of the expandables here. And it's a really pretty piece. I love this one too. And that is Tibetan silver. So it never tarnishes. That's one good thing about Tibetan silver. It does not tarnish. There we go. I'm going to run this one. And I'm going to just get all my pre-bids out of the way. Then we can go and kind of search through and I'll pull up some stuff and show you guys. So I like to get these out of the way right away. Just because I messed up on the one for Melissa. I was like, Mel. So I just sent them to her and went, thank you. And thank you, Sally. You're not here, but thank you, thank you. And I have one more little pre-bid, and then we can look at my tray and see what we got here. This is a Sarah Coventry. Kind of dainty little Sarah Coventry. And it's got the dongle. I don't know if that's what it's called. I've always called this a dongle. I'm not sure if there's an official thing for a dongle, but I was in IT. Before I got into doing vintage jewelry, I ran IT departments in hotels. That's what got me to Hawaii. And so jewelry is not my first love. I used to do with this jewelry is I used to take it apart and make other stuff out of it. And I designed my own jewelry, which I hope to get back into once I'm well, and design some of my own pieces again. But it's hard for me to tear apart these beautiful vintage pieces now. I didn't have any respect for them in the past. I have a lot of respect for them now. That's what I tell everybody. I have a lot of respect for vintage jewelry now. There we go. So there's this one, and I've got this at 8. And there we go. I'm going to run that for you. And then we can see what else we have to look at tonight. If anybody's looking for anything special, please let me know. Dangle. Okay, dangle. Dangle is probably better than dongle. I think dongle is kind of an IT thing that we picked up over the years. Yeah, it's really nice. I like this piece. My mother-in-law had a lot of Sarah Coventry. Lots and lots of Sarah Coventry. Thank you, Sally, even though you're not here. So Sarah Coventry was like her thing, and she had so much Sarah Coventry jewelry. And some of it I had new in boxes. I think she sold it. She must have sold it at the time. So, okay, let's move on to something that I love, unless you guys have something you're looking for in particular. That's all the pre-bids, I believe. Yes, so now we're going to go to auctions. And this here is thermoset. And thermoset is a form of lucite that was made 40s through 50s into the early 60s before plastic came along. This guy is kind of special because also has rhinestones, as you can see there. and all the stones are there. And yellow is, if nobody knows it yet, yellow is the color of the year. I've read it in the magazines, I've seen it online, and I two different news programs, early, the 7 o'clock in the morning, make you feel good news programs. They were all talking about yellow being the color of the year. So I thought she was really pretty. And thermoset is one thing that, and you can tell it's thermoset pretty much by the back. They always have open. It needs an air to escape. It's a unique quality because these could never be remelted into anything else. Once it's formed, it never can be remelted. It's very sturdy. I've never had a piece fall apart, and it is one of my loves. Just I would have kept this, except yellow is not my color, even if it is the color of the summer. And I'm going to go ahead and run this one. Start auction now. Oops. Are you going? Yeah, you're going. Okay, so I've got this 8, just because of the quality of it. All the stones are present. There's rhinestones here, 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 and here. A lot of the thermoset was not signed. You'll find some Cora and some Linsner, but the majority of it, because it was only produced in certain locations, that it really wasn't signed. So I'm going to turn that guy over. And that's what I do. I like turn it over so that next show I can show it again. So let me show you guys what I got out here in case there's something you'd like to see me run. I can do that for you. Let me show you these earrings. These are super cool. These are handmade, and it's made stained glass. So this is stained glass work with silver in earring molds. I made stained glass back in the day, and it was very popular. But they're just beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. You can see the light through them. Yeah. So here's the backs of them. They're non-signed, but I can tell you that they are older. And I put new wires on them, but I think they're really cool. I've got 2 pair. Yeah, they're pretty cool. I've got 2 pair. I've got this pair here and another pair. So let me run these 2 guys. I just think they're amazing. I've never seen anything like these before. And like I said, I used to make stained glass back in the 70s. I think a lot of my people my age made stained. Oh, the other pair, I'll show those next. So there's the red pair, and this pair is blue, which is gorgeous too. They're a little longer. The blue ones are a little longer, but they're narrower. So I'm going to actually run both of them for you guys, seeing as I have the blue ones in my hand. But yeah, it's definitely stained glass, and you can tell here. That's the leading that we do, the silver leading they call it. So I'm going to go ahead and run these. I do think they're pretty. But then I think a lot of my jewelry is pretty. I think all jewelry is pretty. Here we go. Move to stage. And here you can tell, again, they're just that translucent blue. And for summertime, and they're light too. They're not very heavy. I don't like super heavy jewelry. And right now I'm running these at $6 a pair for the blue or for the red. But they're very unique. I think they're very unique earrings. Has anybody ever seen any done this way before? Because I haven't. And I've handled a lot of vintage jewelry through the times. Thank you, Nancy. I've handled a lot of vintage jewelry, but I've never seen one that's made like this before. So I think that's really cool. And I might as well take care of the other pair while I'm here. If you guys are looking for anything in particular tonight, please let me know. And I can try to find something for you. Or I also do private listings if there's something that you're looking for. You wanted the red. Well, I'm going to run the red now, and then I'll refund you on the blue because I can't rerun it once it's sold. Oh, I wanted the red. So I'm going to run the red, bid on these, and then on the blue ones, I will go ahead and credit you out those, and then put those in a different show. So the red are a little shorter, a little wider. Is that okay with you, Nancy? Okay, cool. Yeah, because it's a little complicated in here to try to undo a sale. Undoing a sale in the system is a little strange because it doesn't put it back in stock. So you can see through the light. Isn't that cool? I just think they're super cool. And you have short hair, so if these are for you, they'd look really great with the short hair. I There we go. Red nose for you. Those are, oh, the red I have at 8. What did I do? I'm on drugs. Go ahead and bid on these, Nancy, and I'll adjust it. You don't want the red? You want the blue? Okay, you like the blue better? Cool. Okay. And then I'm going to relist these. I'll probably relist these in the shop at 6. But thank you. Yeah, it's interesting because the blue glass always has a little more. When I used to do stained glass work, it always has a little more what I call texture to it. You see the difference? Red gets pretty clear. Red and green glass gets pretty clear, but blues and yellows tend to have a little more of the texture, as I call it. It's not really a texture, but it just has the look to it. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I used to do I made stained glass for years, so that was back in the 70s in my other youth, as I call it. So another favorite of mine, vendor maker, is Weiss like ice, and this is a really small, delicate Weiss brooch, which is I've seen bigger ones, but this is a really cool little small one. So let me pull this guy up. Weiss, where are you? There you are. And I'm gonna somehow, I don't know how. Again, I blame my medications for the fact that prices don't come up the way I expect them to. I thought I changed you. I did. Okay. There we go. Move to stage. Okay. So I've got this at 10. I can tell you that it came in, definitely comes in higher when you find it. It's a 3-layered, as they call it, 3-tiered. So you've got 1, 2, 3 tiers, all faceted. All the stones are here in perfect condition. It goes this way, as in a triangle. There's the back here, like so. But really pretty. This is another great designer. So I'll go ahead and run this guy. Let me know if you guys are looking for anything, if there's anything I can pull out for you. Yeah, it's a really unique one because it's so tiny. I've never seen a Weiss this small before. I think you bought Weiss earrings last week, Nancy, didn't you? I think so. Yeah. So that's a really pretty piece, very delicate. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you for joining me, everybody. This piece here, I'm calling this an unmarked Cora because when I search it, it comes up Cora, but I cannot find a mark on this piece of jewelry to save my life. I can't, but you can see how it's made, beautifully made. And here's the centerpiece, and here's the outside of the flower, but I can't find a maker's mark on it. So I don't know if it's hidden or if this was changed out, possibly, because it looks like they're not real tight. So sometimes people change out, which is the worst thing you can do with vintage jewelry. Yeah, it's interesting, but it's just gorgeous. And so it comes up as a Cora, even though it's not Cora. It comes up as Cora. I try to search out everything that I can, guys. I'm trying to get better at giving you good information on the items that I have, especially now that I'm going to try to do. And it's Syria 16-inch and 19 from the 1950s. Excellent condition. I have a bunch of broken jewelry. I'm going to do another broken jewelry show pretty soon, which basically I give away my broken stuff to other people. But it's gorgeous. So I'm going to run this guy. I'm running it at 8 because I can't find a signature on it. So without a signature, it's just pretty though. Super, super. It's 16-inch, so it would be best with an extender. There we go. Okay, let's move on. I'll put that guy back here. And speaking of Cora, these are Cora as well. These are signed Coras. I'm thinking the chain was replaced. I'm thinking you're right, Nancy. That was kind of my gut on that one. Because the centerpiece definitely resembles Cora and how they do their work, but the chain doesn't resemble. So it's an interesting piece. That may end up in my jewelry box. These are Cora um, stacked crystals, faceted, really pretty. Blue is like my color. If I had to pick a color of the year, I would always go with blue. I've had mainly blue cars. um, I had a Leaf and it was blue. I had a Cougar, she was blue. I had a Jeep that was blue. Now I don't own a car. My husband owns. I don't drive much anymore. So these are Cora blue crystal clip-on earrings here in 1960s, and really like new condition. You can see the backs on these, and really nicely made. So I have these up at 10, which is what I typically start my Cora pieces at, because they always tend to have a really good resale on them. So, and a lot of what I'm selling is, I know people buy it for themselves or they buy it for resale. So those are really pretty. And I have a bracelet that matches it, which is really cool. Hello. Thanks for joining me. So, yeah, I've got this bracelet. Now, the bracelet I made, I took apart a vintage necklace and made earrings that I sold to, I think, Gypsy Warrior, Debbie. And then I made the bracelet with the rest of them, with the rest of the beads. I don't like my light. There we go. There we go. Yeah, screwbacks are, yeah, I think I have some more screwbacks in here too. I like them. And then there's sometimes you can find a screwback that also has a clip, and that way you can adjust the clip, which is pretty cool. But I'm going to go ahead and run this pretty blue bracelet. Blue with silver, all crystals from a vintage piece that I had. Yeah, like I said, I used to make so much jewelry, and ever so often I find something, I go, oh, that's what I made, which I love. Where are you? Oh, I think you're under a buy now. Aha. So I have what I call buy now items in here as well. So you don't bid on it. You can just go purchase it. Yeah, I have this at $5. So in the buy nows, you just kind of click into it. Yeah, make jewelry out of it. I mean, I made so many bracelets. I sold so many bracelets in the shop in Lahaina, in Kahana, because I would take vintage necklaces apart, use the beads to make new bracelets, and bracelets and my necklaces that I had a kind of a adjustable system that I used for the necklaces, and I sold hundreds of them. So if you want this guy, you can just go into the store and purchase it. It's $5. You can actually, I think, click on it and just go buy now, and it does its thing. So there's that guy. Let's see. Let's look for what else do I have out for screwbacks. I'll find some, but these are cool because they're BSK, which is a brand that I think is really nice. But look at the type of clip-on that it is. At first, I was like, oh, it's got to be like a shoe clip, right? Or a dress clip. But no, I look it up and I Google it, and Google Lens it. It tells me that they're clip-on earrings. So I had to put them on, and they're very comfortable and old. It's got a very unique clip, though. I haven't seen this. It's just something, I don't know if other people buy BSK, if this is one of their trademarks or not, but kind of neat. I haven't really seen any that way. You've seen a few? Yeah, it's something seriously, I was like, I never did a lot of earrings, though. Most of my earrings I made out of vintage pieces, so I didn't buy I never bought vintage earrings before. So until now, so that I'm doing this, now I'm selling vintage earrings. So yeah, they're both marked BSK, and I think BSK is a nice brand. I don't know the history on it. I think I have to research that and get a little better at knowing what the history of this is. So there we go on those guys. Let's see, let's move along here. I've got these are screwbacks. Really pretty. And again, oh, thank you, Nancy, for the BSKs. Let me put those over in your area here. It's easier if I keep everybody has a little stack. I know Jamie does a cute little bags. but the bags are confusing for me. So I have two little pieces of an old I don't know that thing that goes around in a circle, whatever they call that. Okay, so these again look like chorus to me, and I can't not find a maker's mark on these puppies. But look at how the backs are made and how the crystals are set, the rhinestones are set. So you know they're older, but again, not really signed, but beautiful blue. Apparently, blue is my color of the evening. Let's see, because I have a lot of blue things tonight. Where are you guys? There you are. And because these are unsigned, even though I'm pretty sure it's a quality maker because of the way it's made, but again, like if Cora made stuff or Weiss makes stuff for another company, it may not be marked with their name on it. So these are really pretty. And I had them on, they're very comfortable. And then I clean them, but I kind of wanted to try them. It's a 1 inch. And I put them at $5 because there's no maker. There's no maker on it. So I thought but they're just really pretty earrings. Yeah, you look at it, Nancy. You see how they're made too? Nope, that's not a great picture. There, they're faceted. See? And I know if they're faceted. Thank you, Nancy. I know if they're faceted, um, some care went into making them, and you can tell the difference between faceted pieces and non-faceted pieces, as I call it. Let's see, any other screw-ons? These guys I got out. I may have more, but this is another unsigned pair, I believe. They're just really cool because they're dainty. Yeah, this was an unmarked pair. But I like the way they're made. They're small. And here's the back. So you know it's an older pair. They don't make screwbacks anymore. They made clip-ons into the 80s, and the 80 ones are usually very uncomfortable. But these are the guys. I don't remember what I have these guys at. I'm on till 7 tonight, guys. I don't know if I'll be back next week or not. Those are the baguettes. This is a different pair. Where do I have you? Oh, there you are. I have these at 5. Again, because they're unsigned. If I can't find or identify a maker on it, then, oh wait, there's something on there. Nope. It could have worn off too. On a lot older pieces, who knows? But I got these guys I'm running at 5 tonight. And then I think I'll do another giveaway because we're at what, 6:17. I got about 45 minutes. We'll let these run. This is super tiny. These probably were mine at one point. I tended to like the small ones like that. Okay, let's go to a brooch here. Oh, this is a cool brooch. It took me, I had to research it. There's the mark right there on it. It is a Hallmark. And I didn't know Hallmark made jewelry. I haven't been in a Hallmark store in 100 years, or more, maybe. It feels that way anyway. So I know they're vintage. I think their stores have been out of business for quite a while. But it's beautiful copper. And here's the back to it. So it's very nicely made. There's the latch. I always test these to make sure they work well. So this is signed in a Hallmark, which is a brand that I'd never seen. I've never seen these before. And it's 1.5 inches from the widest point. So, and I put it at 8 because I don't think it's a really high-end reselling brand, but I think it's really pretty. And it's hammered, what they call hammered copper. In Michigan, to me, it looks like Michigan float copper. If Amy's still on here, Michigan Amy, it looks like float copper to me, which is something that we have had up in Michigan, a lot of float copper. Okay, what else have I got to show you guys tonight? I think this is super cool. Oh, are these? Oh, those are not. Oh, what did I just say? Oh, float copper. Where'd she go? I turned her over. Here she is. You were folding laundry. Here. It looks like float copper to me. I had a lot of, I used to, yeah, my first husband did some design work with float copper, but it's really cool and it's marked. Yeah, hammered. It's really pretty. I can run it again if you're interested in her. And it's a maple leaf, so anybody Canadian, I do ship to Canada if I have any Canadians on. But if you want me to rerun it, Amy, let me know. Otherwise, I'll probably end up in my store. I keep quite a few items in the store. I sell a lot of items out of the store, so I keep a lot of items in there. Let's see. These are also screwbacks, Nancy. Okay, it took me a while I was trying to figure out what they were supposed to represent. It looks like it is a horseshoe, but I don't know. But they're just really different. It's a different, and I don't think they're signed either. I think these were not. Let me go ahead and find these. I think I called them horseshoe because I didn't know what else to call them. HORS email. There we go. Yeah, I've got these at 5. So pretty much my pricing is going to be, yeah, look at that. So it's not anything unique. I'm not quite sure. I mean, I think they're cool. I called them a horseshoe because I didn't know what else to call them. Because that reminded me of a horseshoe. So, and I got these at 5. Pretty much 5 is going to be my price on items that are unsigned. And then there we go. Let you guys run through. So I might pop in again this week during the week if I get a chance, just because I know my Sundays. I don't know what's going to. I'm all worried about my treatments. I don't know how I'm going to react. Blah 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 blah. I don't know how my body's going to do. So yeah. So I'm not sure I'm going to be here next Sunday. I don't have a show set up yet, but I will try to pop in this week if I can and let everybody know. So this guy here is called what company is this one again? Birds and Blooms limited edition. So Birds and Bloom. Something again I've never heard of. There it is. And I put it at 6. It's pewter. She's about an inch. And it says 2001. So that is totally vintage. This is 2025. This is 24 years old, which is really hard to think that the year 2001 is 25 years ago, but it's 24 years ago, so very close. So I put this at 6. Really nice made one again. Here's the back. And there's the signature on it. So I'll go ahead and run you through. Really pretty though. Kind of garden. If you're a gardener, this would be a great gift for a gardener. I hope to be able to plant some stuff next year. One of my bushes is blooming. This is our first year in his house, first year in Kentucky. And everything blooms in Kentucky. I mean, I swear, everything blooms here. It is a very interesting place. This is not signed, but I thought it was an incredibly cool brooch. First of all, this is an enameled little pink tear coming down. Now, I found these under different name brands, but this guy, nothing. No name on it. Some of them had enamel on the hats, and some had the enameled tears. And then you can see the little eyebrows. So I called it Sad Clown because it reminds me of a sad clown. I don't know why, but the poor thing looks sad to me. And again, because it's not signed, I've got this beauty running at 5. It's 3 inches from tip to tip. And in brand new condition, here's the back. There we go. So it is a sideways kind of, so it goes on that way. So I'll run this one. Yeah, I don't know if people are into clowns anymore. When I was a kid, they scared me. As an adult, I think they're kind of cool. wonder why my heat is running. It was cold here today, though. So, how is your weather where you guys are? I'm not sure where you all are. I know Nancy's weather is probably beautiful, or getting hot already. And here in Kentucky, it rains a lot in the spring. I can tell you that. It rains a lot in the spring. Okay, these are actually, I wasn't sure what these were at first, what the company was. And you had sprinkles. Okay, now that's amazing. She's in Tucson. Nancy's in Tucson. So she had sprinkles. We had pouring rain to the point where it pounded on my roof loud enough for me to hear it. We do have a tin roof, but tons of insulation up there. So you typically don't hear it. But I heard it today. Moved to stage. And then I fell asleep, so it couldn't have been running too bad. So this is actually vintage Avon. And I didn't realize on the back it's marked DM at 97. But when I Google it and I look at it, it comes up. They come up as Avon. So there's two of them in the same perfect condition. I put two of them for 10. If you were only one, watch out, Mel. If you're only looking for one, if you only wanted one of them, I would run one for 5 or the two for 10. So is anybody interested in just one? Otherwise, I'm going to run them as 2. I'm going to go ahead and, run it as a set of 2. I'm going to run it as a set of 2. And they are marked right down here at the bottom. Each piece is. Yeah, I had no idea it would come up as Avon when I checked them out. I didn't expect it to come up as Avon. Sometimes I get really surprised at what jewelry comes in as. Okay, this is thermoset again. Another piece of thermoset in brown. Here's the back on this guy. You see, it always has an opening. It has to escape. And see how beautiful shape this one is in? Beautiful condition. No signature, which it doesn't surprise me. Like I said, most of the thermoset that I have sold this past year, I've had a few signed pieces, but most of it is not signed. Hey, will you please show the J brooch? Oh, sure. Before I run this, Heather, I will show you the J brooch. She is signed. Was J brooch in this? Let me find that. I think that was in the buy now. Is that where I have her? Where do I have you? Okay, that's not helping. I think it's a buy now. So let me go to buy now because I think I've had this one up a couple times. Nope. Okay, where the heck are you? Did you see it, or did you see it in the shop, or did you just see it on the table? Because I'm thinking, oh, there she is. It's a mademoiselle. There it is. Move to stage. She's a mademoiselle. And I can tell you that it was my mother-in-law's. My last name is Jones. I have her at 3. So she's been in a couple of shows. She's been around for a while. She needs to find a new home. There's her mark right there. But really pretty. Nice shape. Nice condition. And it has a long throw. And these, I think, are better when you hook them onto like your coat or your hat to have a longer throw, because then it doesn't kind of like wobble. Yeah, it's a nice brand, mademoiselle. There you go. I'm going to start this guy up. I've got it at 3. So, yeah, go ahead and bid on her, Heather. I got her running if you're interested at $3. Nope. Okay. And let me know if my internet's running slow for you guys, because we did just change our internet service. I realized I could save a whole lot of money if I just dropped it slightly. So I did. And so far, we haven't had any issues. I'm thinking when my son comes to visit, because between him and my grandson, there's 4 or 5 different, devices, plus my devices, my TVs, blah, 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 blah. I may have to bump it back up again. But thank you, Heather. I may have to bump her back up again. But this piece here has meaning to me. Okay. This is from a company called Growing Home. GrowingHome.org is an organization that raises money for foster children. I was a foster kid, so it means a lot to me. I had always hoped as an adult to be able to bring in foster kids, but my life just never worked out that way. So it's metal. Yeah, it's metal and then it's enameled over it. But yeah, it's if you look her up, it's a company that makes things and for just for foster care. So foster care again is very near and dear to my heart. I had I had a couple bad foster parents, but I had one amazing set of foster parents that put me in the right direction in life, which is why I became a success, got my master's, and did computers for Marriott for many years. So, and it was in Hawaii. Actually, I was director of MIS for the South Pacific. So I got to see a lot and do a lot. But this piece means a lot to me. So I'm going to bring her up um, and run this one. There we go. I put it at 6. And, um, but it's just a really cool piece. And you can see that it's made on like ceramic, metal, and then the whole thing is coated. I know, but I can't keep Nancy. $6 is like a half a tank of gas. So, yeah, everything I do right now all has to do with gas to get me back and forth to the cancer center. Especially if what I read online is true today, I'm going to need it because there's something online about if you're over 70, your Social Security check was going to be delayed by 1 week, which means my husband's will be delayed for 1 week, which will really bum me out. But hey, yeah. Let's see, what else have I got here that I think is super cool? Oh, this guy here. This is a Jerry's. Yeah, I read it online last night, so I don't know if it's true. I tried to look it up. I have to log into Social Security tonight. I know. Over 70, only the people over 70 for some reason. So I'm gonna log into Social Security tonight and find out if that's true. Because my husband's supposed to be getting a check next week, and I really hope it comes. um, this guy here is a Jerry's brooch, and look at the eyes on this guy. And here's the markings, Jerry's right there, which is a nice brand. Um, and when I looked up this guy, there were lots of, like, where did you, ah, there were a lot of, Jerry's did a lot of monkeys, which I didn't realize. It had all kinds of different monkey ones. So, yeah, it might be something that I read, and I don't know if it's 70, who knows. I'm going to look it up tonight, though, and I'll let you know. So this is a Jerry's monkey with green rhinestone eyes. There we go. In pairs, yeah. A lot of their brooches, yeah. Pretty cool though. This one I haven't had. I haven't had a monkey before. This is my first monkey. My first monkey, other than my boys. And today was my grandson's birthday. He's 5. Had a big birthday party for him. And I keep trying to tell my mother of pearl mother brooch. Yeah, Mother's Day is coming, and this is a really pretty brooch, Heather. I'll show it to you what you got there. Jerry's is gone. This here is really pretty, Heather. See that? She's just gorgeous. So thank you for that. Put that over there with your J. Then I had one other brooch. It's mom, not mother, but mom. And I think I have this as a buy now as well. What's your about Nancy? Did I forget something? Yeah, this is mom. I think mom is a buy now. Oop. Yep, it's a buy now. So Mother's Day is next Sunday. So, and this ships out tomorrow. You'll have it by the weekend. So probably Wednesday or so. No marking. Oh, there is a name on there. Oh, it is signed. I can't tell what it is though. Oh, about Mother. Yeah, Mother was really pretty. And that's Mom. Mom is there if you're interested in Mom. Let's see. Let's see. I showed the thermostat. What I do is I turn it over when I'm done, so I don't try to show it to you guys again. This is a Linzer. I think I've had this brooch before, or this is that brooch and I didn't sell it. I can't remember. Lisner. I'm saying it properly now. Oh, time for a giveaway. Let's do a giveaway. Let's see. What would you guys like? I have this older brooch. with his lucite. Or I have these dainty little clip-ons. This translucent, see how it changes colors. So how about we do this cool brooch? Does that sound good? Okay. It's a really cool little brooch. I think it needs a stone in the center. I couldn't tell. But when I look it up, it came up as lucite. And there's the back throw on it. So yeah, that's what I was thinking. So let me go ahead and find you. There's my giveaway. And there she is. Start the giveaway. Thank you, Nancy. And the giveaway should be running. So go ahead and enter the little purple box up in the corner. And like I said, there's no obligation. I ship them out to you free of charge. And it's just, I've never seen one like this before. So I thought that was really cool. Afterwards, I thought maybe I should have sold it. I'm like, nah. I saw a lot of stuff. So we've got 3 entries on this guy. I'll see who wins this one. It's still got 26 minutes. Yeah, I tried 26 seconds. I tried changing it to like a 30-second giveaway, but they haven't done that yet. So who knows? Who knows? Heather, why are you sorry? So sorry, Heather. Oh, no rush. My grandmother passed. Oh, no, I'm so sorry. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I'll ship out tomorrow. Really sorry to hear that, Heather. Especially as a kid who didn't really have parents. I think it's okay, Michigan Amy, it's you again. You are one lucky person, girl. One lucky girl. You're one lucky lady, girl. Yeah, it's my husband has a very close-knit family, and I've had the benefit of being part of his family and being with around his parents, and which were married for like 52 years or some ungodly amount of time. And it was just, so that's really cool. So yeah, I don't know. It does it all on its own. I don't have anything to do with how it draws a winner. So these are elephant earrings. Obviously, they're elephants. And the company is, and I didn't get a chance to look them up. How do you spell elephant? Okay, let me cancel. I don't even know how to spell elephant. Oh, here we go. Let's go in auctions. And it's E for elephant. Huh, don't I have you in here? Okay, now I'm definitely going nutty. Nope, can't find them. So I can run these for you guys if you're interested. Rhinestone, Florsum is there it is. Floor mash. I swear I set these up. Guys. I don't know where my stuff is going. Let me see if they show up here. Ah, that's why. And that's where your Cora was too. Ah, okay, I'll have to delete it from there. But now I know what I did wrong. I blame everything on cancer, period. Just period. I blame everything on cancer. Any of my boo-boos, any of my faux-pas, that's because I have cancer. It's a great excuse. I got these guys at 10. They're in perfect condition, all enameled. They look Indian to me, but all the rhinestones are there. Everything's perfect on these guys. So I'll go ahead and run those. I do run bids pretty much on everything that I have out if I have time. And if there's something that you really want to see, go down to my shop and let me know. And I can go ahead and pull that up for you. I think I was showing off the Linzer brooch. Yeah, Linzer brooch. Beautiful condition. It's pretty much, I do expect when I buy stuff, especially but now that I'm back to buying again, I have sold so much stuff on here. I don't have this in here either. What is wrong with me tonight? Huh. Well, like I said, I blame it all on, here it is, move to stage. And I've got this running at 8. Yeah, that's my excuse for everything. It's like if I forget anything, it's because it's my excuse. Yeah, it was interesting. I got to look at pictures of my grandson's birthday party that I had hoped to be at this year, and he's a head taller than all the other kids his same age. And my sons are short. I'm short. Their dad was short. I do have one brother who's quite tall, so I'm thinking maybe he's pulling. Who knows? But he is quite the adorable kid. Okay, these are Lagunas, which I love the sparkle. Look at those crystals. Yeah, I've been through 6 rounds of chemo, and I'll be doing radiation 5 days a week and one chemo on Fridays, I guess. So these are clips, but they fit very comfortably. So Laguna, I've sold a few pieces of Laguna in the last while, but it was never, and I would have thought Laguna that it would be California, but it's not. It's actually Laguna is actually in New York City. So I thought that was interesting because to me, I think of Laguna and I think of course, I think of California, but Laguna Beach, I've been there many times. Yeah, I always thought that too until I did some research on it. And I'm like, no, they're from New York. I guess they wanted to be out that way. So I'm going to start these guys up. I got them at 8. Yeah, research. That's what I'm trying to do more of now, Nancy, is researching things a little bit more. I think it's better for you guys to actually know what the item is. And there's how these are made. These are made really nice. Then to just kind of throw it out there. Okay, I've got some Cora. This is a Cora, a really pretty flower brooch. And it's got both the brushed and there's the other gold tone. And that's a Cora. Hello, Bumble and Light. I like that name. So this is a Cora. Yeah, it was interesting because as I research more and more, I have more time to research right now. And I have to because I'm getting stuff that isn't, I sold my mother-in-law's collection for the last year, 2 years. So now I'm getting things from my suppliers again. So I've got her running at 8 for the Cora brooch. Really nice condition. And again, a nice, good throw on it so that it doesn't dangle too much. But she's a good size brooch. I will give you that. It's a good size brooch. Okay. One of my more unique brooches. I had 3 clocks altogether. This is the last one I have left. Do you mind showing this silver necklace again with the blue stones? This guy here. Is that the one you're looking at? Yeah, that's a pretty piece. Want me to run it again for you? Okay, let me see where you went. Oh, if I search blue, Lue, there she is. Restart auction and move to stage and start auction. There she goes. I'm getting better at doing that. So it's running right now for 8. And I really believe this piece here is definitely, it's 1950s. This is a Cora part. I'm positive it's Cora, but I don't know about the chain. But she's really, just really unique and pretty. Thank you, Heather. Yeah, I don't mind rerunning anything, guys. If you see something you want me to rerun, just let me know. Thank you. Okay, Heather, I think you're right there. Oh, yeah, that's where that is. Okay, great. Alrighty. This brought back old memories to me. Yeah, new chain. I'm pretty sure it's a Cora with a new chain. This is Ice Capades. You have to be a little older to remember the Ice Capades. I don't think it's something that you hear about anymore. But when I was young, it was all about the Ice Capades. It was kind of like they were showgirls on ice, I guess. And when I Googled it, I found a lot of them in different shapes, but no signature. But look at the type of brooch that it is. Again, it's just that little hook over, which makes it an older brooch. So 1960s, I'm thinking. Ice Capades were really huge in the 60s. And she's pink. I love pink. Now, of course, my form of Cancer isn't pink, it's burgundy, which is a very boring color. So, but I did buy a pink hat just because. So I'll let her run through. I just thought it was cool because it's part of my childhood, the escapades. I think I went to see them once in Chicago when I was young. I think that's where my knowledge of the escapades comes from. Okay, these are all been shown already. Okay, let's move some stuff over that I haven't shown you yet. Here's one that I love. I have a small desk, unfortunately. I have a big room that I'm in, but it's also the spare bedroom. So I try really hard to leave enough space in the room. Like when my son came, and it was easy for me to just. And we have. I didn't buy new beds yet, but my son bought these blow up beds, and they're really pretty cool. So this is a really beautiful bracelet, hand beaded from Colombia or Bolivia. Let me find it out. You're not there. Where are you under? CLET bracelet. I just saw you. How come it's doing this tonight? There you go. Move to stage. I'm having a hard time grabbing my item. I didn't get it. Oh yeah, look at the back of this. There it is. I pulled it up. So the company was called Capillary, and it's from Guatemala. I can't say that very well. But it's beautiful beadwork. All handmade. And the magnets are really tough magnets. So I lost a really cool bracelet once because the magnet failed. But this guy, it's $8. It's a 7-inch bracelet. Actually, a little bit longer because you've got the connection back here. So if I put her on, now I have a bone issue, so my bones are very small, but it's a lightweight piece too. It's not real heavy. Oh yeah, the amount of time it took to make this stuff. The women down there work really hard on their jewelry, as they do in Africa and different African countries. So this is one of their main exports, is their beaded jewelry, which I learned because I have a very good friend who came here from there. Go ahead and start that. I've got it at 8, going at 8. And she's actually moving to Spain now, so I won't be seeing her again, but beautiful bracelet. Yeah, I can't imagine the amount of work it takes to make these things. But you can see how each piece is tied in. So it's pretty cool. So I'll put you down. I'm moving on to something else. If there's anything you guys are looking for, let me know. Last week I sold some wood bracelets, and I think Nancy, you mentioned koa. So this is koa with what we call red heart. This is Hawaiian. These are Hawaiian. This I don't think it could be a koa, but I'm not sure. So they're really pretty. And back in the day, I used to wear these. I always liked the thinner ones better, but I've got both of these together under wood bracelets. And I've got them both for $8, which is an amazing price. It would cost you probably $15 just to buy this one in Hawaii right now. Things are crazy over there. I can't even imagine. Yeah, the wide one is 8 inches, and what was meant to be thin is 8 1/4. So they're good size too. As you can see. Since I had my arm surgery, I really don't wear bracelets anymore because I wear my watch on one side, and this side, I don't know if you can see my scar, but it goes from here all the way up to my elbow. So yeah, that was a fun surgery. Okay, let's run these guys for 8. Oh, did I run you already? Oh, they're buy nows. Sorry about that, guys. So these are buy now. And I have my $8 for the 2 bracelets. So really pretty. I like those guys. Okay. This is a brand were you? Oh, Giovanni, I think. Yes, this is Giovanni. And I've never seen a brooch like this before. And Nancy, I did put it on, and it holds because this here, so it holds like that. So it doesn't flop, which I was surprised. But this, I think, because of this, it holds it in place. Oh, my hands are acting up tonight. Arg! I hate when it does that. If I keep it in one position too long, they stop working. Thank you, everybody, for joining me this evening. Okay, here's, I guess it goes this way because there's the top of the pine cone. Hello, Mal. Yeah, there's your top of your pine cone. And this here kind of holds it so that it doesn't flop around. And it was a, oh, Giovanni. There we go. And I've got it there. I've got her at 8. I call most of my jewelry hers. I don't know why. But I've got this guy running at 8. Shipping is 5, and then additional is 50 cents per each item after that. And there's the signature, and it's in a really nice condition. So I just think it's kind of very 60-ish, maybe 50s even, because of this. I'm actually probably thinking 50s. So we'll let you run out. Okay, what other goodies have I got to show you? These are really pretty. These I think were Monet. I think they were Monets, but they were a little higher end than most of the other Monets when I Googled them. Yeah. Online, they're going for like 15, which I thought was a little high. I'm not sure why. I don't know if it was a unique piece, if it was in a brochure. I'm not sure what, but it has a really nice, easy clip on it. So I couldn't date them exactly, but I know they're vintage. And the stones are faceted. They are fox onyx. I do sell a lot of onyx, black onyx, but this is not actual onyx. It is what we call fox onyx with rhinestones. All the stones are present. And there's the top of those. So let me run you. I'm running these guys at 7 right now. If you want to make me offers on anything, reasonable offers, please do. I'm usually very happy to go, yeah, I can do that, depending on the piece and the amount. So there's those guys. We'll let those run out. These are also Monets, I think. Whoop. Sorry, guys. I'm having trouble seeing this evening. Yeah. And these are a longer, but really pretty, kind of pearl translucent. I think they're Monet as well. No, they're not. So, what brand are you? Let me take a closer look, guys. And now I can't read it. Now I can't read it, but there's stuff, they're signed. I just can't. In this room, I can see really close up if I take off my glasses. But if I take off my glasses, then I can't see anything else. So I tend to not take my glasses off unless I absolutely have to. Let's see if I can find them in here. I thought they were Monet, but I don't see them. I don't see. Oh, here we go. Oh, Napier. That's who it is. The Napiers. Napiers. Napier. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I think it's Napier. But they're light, and they're not real heavy. But Napier. So I got these guys at 6. Start you going. If there's something you're looking for, let me know. We've got about, it's 10 to 7. Oh, I'm almost done. Almost done for the evening. Whoa. But now I froze. Oh, there we go. These are Jersey, what they call Jersey, semi-precious. It's blue Jersey stone, D-R-U-Z-Y. They have a $20 label on them. So let me see if I can find these guys really quick. I love these. Yeah, there we go. I got these at 8. And then let me show you what I've got left out here. If there's something you want to look at. They're very lightweight and very cool looking. And then this is a semi-precious stone. So Jersey stone, I'm not sure. I guess it comes from China. I think that particular stone does come from China. So let me show you what I have not run and see if there's anything you want me to run before I run out of time. This is a Weiss piece, a Weiss that I think I have at 12. And these are not Weiss earrings, but they match really well. And then here are some other brooches that I have. These are Sarah Coventry earrings. This is a company called LaRue, L-U-R-U. This is a bracelet done with gold wire and blue stones. Again, I had a blue thing going on, and there's the closure on it. Really nicely made bracelet. These, I think I found were Avon's. Little crystals there. Oops. These are the Renmours. Renmour? The copper. Very popular. This is pretty much the only company that did a lot of copper. These are beautiful purple with the rhinestones. They're clip-ons. Unsigned. I think I have them at 5. And those are really pretty. These are sand dollars. Small sand dollars from Florida that have been coated and they're pierced, and you can see where the pierce is put on those. And I think I have these at 5 as well. This is a really cool bracelet. All these beautiful stones. I have this at, I think I have her down to 5 now, but she's gorgeous and how she's made. So I've got that guy. I've only got like 4 minutes left, so I'm not going to run anything unless you guys want me to. Here is another really pretty small little brooch, but I love the green stones in there. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay. I have this guy here with the hearts. And here's the back on that one. Again, unsigned. This one I love. This is it said it was an artisan piece, but I can't find the artist's name. But it said it was an artisan piece when I looked it up. So I've got her. This is another Cora brooch that I have, which is really pretty. Here are some, these would all be a $5 pair earrings, crystals, blah, 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 blah. Pretty much just talking my way through here. Let's see. What else didn't I show you guys? I didn't show you this brooch. And I'm going to pop on again later this week and show some of this and some other new stuff I have. Got that guy. I love this little brooch. I don't know what it is about this little brooch that I've got her at 5, but I had it on my hat for a while. Obviously I have to wear hats, and I just think it's really cool. Got a lot of compliments on her. Okay. These are older rhinestone pierced. And then let's see. These are Sarah Coventry's with really pretty stones in them. I've got those, I think, at 5 for those guys. This is a Leah Sofa, L-I-A-S-O-P-H-I, Leah Sofa, I think is what it is. There it is. Let me see this guy here. Let me check. Nope, no name on it. I know, it's so pretty. You would think it would be, but it's not, sadly. Let's see what else I got here. These guys are really old. These are from the 1940s. How much for this guy? I think I had him at 5 or 3. I could even do 3 on this one. Yeah, let's edit this one. I'll put this guy at 3 for you. Hit listing, move to stage, and start the auction. There we go. Yeah, I've got it running at 3 right now. Now we're up. Yeah, it's a really pretty little brooch. All the stones are there. I'm definitely pulling anything that's missing stones, and it's going in my broken jewelry bag, which I have a full bag of broken jewelry I need to sell right now. So I need to do a broken jewelry store. There we go. Thank you, Nancy. I need to do a broken jewelry sale again. I've done them before. This is milk glass. Somebody asked me last week about milk glass necklace. I had one, but I sold it a while ago. So these are just a pair of little white guys there. Milk glasses. I'm looking to see who goes live. This is another Giovanni. Yeah, this is another Giovanni. I've got this guy down at 5 now. She's been in a couple shows with me. If they spend a couple shows with me, I tend to mark them down. These are thermostat. Bella Treasures. Oh, Vintage Jewelry Addicts is live. Okay, I'm going to send you guys over to Bella Treasures. I appreciate everybody. These are called Lua's. And it's a brand I'd never seen before. But they're thermostats. So that's going to end my show for tonight. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate it. This will all get shipped out tomorrow, and you guys should have it in a few days. So if you're ever looking for anything in particular, let me know, and I will definitely help you find it. Look for me. Again, I will be popping up. I did not even get to show half of what I pulled out tonight. I don't know why I pull so much. I know I don't have that much time. So anyway, thank you, everybody. I appreciate you. And I'm going to send you on over to Bella's Treasures now. Thank you. Have a wonderful night. Raid train.